Okay, so today we are going to apply long division to polynomials. So here's the example I want to start with. We are dividing 6x squared plus 7x plus 2 by 2x plus 1. So we're going to follow kind of our same long division rules. We want to start with basically what can I multiply 2x plus 1 by to get this? So we'll just break it down into something a little bit simpler. So what could I multiply 2x by to get 6x squared? So I need to multiply 2 by 3 to get 6, and x by x to get x squared. So I need to multiply by 3x. I'm going to line up my terms. So I'm going to put, since this is a linear term, I'm going to put that above the 7x here. And then I'm going to multiply that through. So 3x times 2x, we said was 6x squared. That should match up. And then I'm going to multiply 3x to 1, and that is 3x. And again, we got this because 2x times 3x is 6x squared. That's how that 3x came about. Next, we're going to subtract this. I always put this in parentheses to remember that I need to distribute that subtraction. So again, those should add out. And I've got 7x minus 3x. So be careful with those signs. I get 4x there. And then like we normally do in long division, we're going to drop this next term. So that's a plus 2. And now we're looking for what I can multiply 2x plus 1 by to get 4x plus 2. So in this case, we're going to multiply 2x plus 1 by 2. 2x times 2 will give me 4x. So plus 2. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. And I got this because 2x times 2 is 4x. Then we're going to subtract. 4x minus 4x is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. And that ends us here, so there is no remainder. So remember that also. There is 0 remainder. So we can still have remainders with this. And this tells us something. Because I can take this polynomial and divide it by 2x plus 1 and just get 3x plus 2 with no remainders, that tells me that 2x plus 1 is a factor of 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. Because if I multiply 2x plus 1 times 3x plus 2, that's what I'm going to get. Then I'm sorry, you didn't see that last piece. So that's what I've got here. 2x plus 1 is a factor of 6x squared plus 7x plus 2 because 2x plus 1, that quantity times the quantity 3x plus 2 is equal to 6x squared plus 7x plus 2. All right, got one more example for you, and then I think that'll take care of us for long division of these polynomials. So question, is the factor x plus 2, or the quantity x plus 2, a factor of 3x to the 4th minus 4x to the 3rd plus 12x squared plus 6? So let's just work this out and see. So we're going to divide. One thing that you do have to keep in mind, I want to make sure I write out every possible term of this polynomial. So I've got 3x to the 4th. 1 degree down is negative 4x cubed. 1 degree down is plus 12x squared. The trick here is we do not have a linear term, but we do need to write it out. So I am going to write out plus 0x, and then I get my constant plus 6. And then we'll divide by x plus 2 and see what happens. So we want to see if I can multiply this by something to get this polynomial. So let's start off with just the front parts. What would I multiply x by to get 3x to the 4th? I definitely need to multiply by 3. And to go from x to x to the fourth, I need an x cubed. So we're going to multiply by 3x to the third power. When I do that, 3x to the third times x plus 2, 3x to the third, this should be 3x to the fourth. 3x to the third times 2 is plus 6x to the third. We're going to subtract. Of course, be careful here. 3x to the fourth minus 3x to the fourth is nothing. Negative 4x to the third minus 6x to the third is negative 10x to the third. Then we are going to drop down the next term and see how I can multiply to get that. How do I turn x into negative 10x to the third? I'm going to have to multiply by negative 10x squared. And then when I multiply that to x, I get negative 10x to the third. Negative 10x squared times 2 is a negative 20x squared. Again, we're going to subtract. First term should subtract out. 12x squared minus negative 20x squared is 32x squared. Subtract a negative, same thing as adding. Then we're going to drop my 0x. So now I need to multiply x by 32x to get 32x squared. 32x times 2 is 64x. And when I subtract, I get negative 64x. I'm going to bring down my 6 and move this up. So I need to multiply x by negative 64 to get negative 64x. Negative 64 times 2 is negative 128. We subtract, and that is 134, which is my remainder. So there is a remainder, which means x plus 2 does not evenly divide into 3x to the fourth minus 4x cubed plus 12x squared plus 6. So this means x plus 2 is not a factor of 3x to the fourth minus 4x cubed plus 12x squared plus 6.